Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. In this episode, we're going to return to the newly reappeared Olympus Coliseum and check up on Hercules and Meg.
Hey.
Herc, you feeling any better?
Well, same routine. Wonder Boy here thinks his hero days are over. And Phil thinks it's all in his head.
Gosh, Herc, we know you're a hero.
That's right. Blunder Boy. How could you mope on a momentous day like today? The Underdrome's back, and you are gonna fill the stands. After all, your fans won't settle for anything less than a certified hero. I mean, if you're not up to it, you could always just, I don't know, lose.
I bet you'd like that.
Excuse me? Hey, I'm not a selfish guy. I'm not like those high and mighty snobs up on Olympus. I stand for the masses, and have I got a massive idea. The games, ladies and gentlemen, are back. Yours truly, Hades, the one and only Lord of the Dead, brings you the Ultimate Games to celebrate the reopening of the Ultimate Coliseum. We'll finally answer the age-old question, who deserves the title Ultimate Hero? These games are gonna settle the debate once and for all. The winner reigns supreme. Of what? You guessed it, the Hades Cup! And I assure you that the great Hercules will be there, otherwise... you'll never see your girlfriend again.
Lowlife.
You're too kind, kid.
I'm handling registration for the Hades Cup. Don't go to panic for that one. Yeah, it's a great way to spend some time. Now, before we get started here, I want you to take a look at the shortcut menu. I've put Reflera and Magnet into my quick use magic menu. I thought maybe I'd mix up the magic use a little bit. Reflect, just in general, is kind of overpowered, and I guess this cutscene right here is not that important. For once, I'm actually going to talk over a text cutscene, but Reflect is a magic spell. Basically, once you use it, it kind of, whatever damage was done to you while you were using it, you reflect it back like in a radial pattern around you, and you do damage back to the enemies. Especially in boss fights, or like where there's a bunch of enemies attacking you all at one time. It's a really good way to do a lot of damage. Like in this fight coming up, I know for a fact, or maybe that's going to be in the second fight, I can't really remember. Yeah, it's not this fight, but there's a fight in the second fight in this tournament where there's a bunch of enemies where I specifically, that's why I equipped Reflect, specifically for that fight. But for this fight, all we have really is a Morning Star, and it looks like a bunch of those Quick Step, or I can't remember what the name of those Heartless are right there. I'll put it on the screen, I guess, during editing. But yeah, this tournament is not really that hard. Really all it is, I believe, is like 2 or 3 fights. How'd it go out there, champ? I'm just not what I used to be. Sorry to drag you down, guys. Don't throw in the towel yet, Herc. We need you in the semifinals. And to start the semifinals, we need to come over here and talk to Pain, I think is his name, but it could be Panic, I can't remember. We're at the semifinals. Whack! Against Bad Alert. Are they any good? It sounds like they're bad, but we can't chicken out now. And here is that fight, by the way. The minute bombs. I was going to say, I can't remember what they are called. But if we just stand in the middle and use Reflect, it'll get rid of pretty much everything. I don't know why I've neglected to use Reflect, because it is pretty good. Magnet, on the other hand, I have never really found much of a use for. Really all it does is group enemies together for a split second. And as far as I know, anyway, it doesn't do any damage. We made it to the finals. If we win, we'll all be heroes. Oh, that's why you're so happy. We can't stay junior heroes forever, you know. I'll try not to mess things up. Enough already. Look, over there. He's our final opponent, right? Auryn! And you are? Huh? Auryn? I must defeat you and atone for my crimes. Hey! What was that all about? And at this point, all we really need to do is run into the underworld and follow Auryn, but unfortunately, it looks like maybe Darkness, maybe Hades, now has control over Auryn again.
Okay, let's review. State your crime, prisoner.
I exist. That is my crime. It is inexcusable.
Ooh, good. Very good.
What's wrong with Auryn? He's never acted that way before.
Shh. Okay, so you made one lousy mistake. You exist. But hey, I'm a forgiving guy. You keep your end of our little deal, and I'm willing to overlook a transgression or two.
I understand. Defeat Hercules.
And his meddling friends.
What? No. Only Hercules.
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten who's in charge. Hercules and the other three. Are we clear?
We're clear, Hades.
Lord Hades?
Lord Hades.
Good. Now go.
So that's how he's controlling Auryn.
What a jerk! He'd probably think that was a compliment. I can't stand seeing Auryn do that lowlife's bidding. We've got to help him. Come on, let's go after him. Man, the loading times were, it seemed like really long right there. Maybe that's just me. But anyway, let's try and see if we can stop Auryn.
What's wrong, Sora?
Oh, Auryn's in trouble. It's like Hades brainwashed him.
He's using some kind of a statue.
You know something? That sounds kind of familiar. Hades may be using the statue to hold Auryn's free will hostage.
What do we do?
See if you can find that statue. It's gotta be somewhere in the underworld.
Right. I'm on it.
Tell me you're not thinking of leaving. You've got a match coming up.
I'll fight Auryn in the final. One-on-one.
Oh, you will?
I'll draw things out to buy you time.
But
Just hurry back. I know you can do it.
Congratulations. You've got a deal.
Thanks.
On one condition. The Keyblader here and his trusty friends have to meet the winner in one final clash. What do you say?
That'll drive the crowd wild.
It better. I promised the crowd the event of their afterlives. Yeah, sucker. You know, for me, the rest is smooth sailing.
Now we've got to go all the way back to the Valley of the Dead, or I kind of like the throne room of Hades, I guess. I phrase that kind of weird, but anyway, I don't know if I like that about the Olympus Coliseum. Basically, we got to start off and do a couple fights in the Underdrome, go down here, go back up, come back down, come back up. It's just like a back and forth kind of thing with a couple of fights sprinkled in, which you could make the case that all of the levels have been like that, but I feel like the second time through the Olympus Coliseum, it's been a little bit less transparent. But if we jump up here, we can jump over here and grab that puzzle piece. We could have came back and got that earlier, but I thought I'd just wait till right now. By the way, this treasure chest right here was a little bit of an enigma because I think I had to replay a part or re-record a cutscene a while back, and I think I got it off camera. Like, I skipped it when I ran by it, but then I came back and got it off camera. I don't know what happened, but it's open now.
Now that is entertainment.
Got it!
What's going on?
It is not too late. Let us turn back. But where is the sense in all this? There must be another way. Your deaths will mean nothing. You must live.
I get it. This is what belongs in Auryn's heart.
Gosh, he must have had a pretty rough life.
Yeah, but in the end, that's really what made him stronger.
Let's give it back.
Nobodies? Where did they come from?
And here, wow, that was a really cool round break, by the way. That little circle thing of energy, that basically was a round break, which is an ability we got a little while back. But what I was going to say was, here we have a fight with a bunch of dusks, which I talked about before. Of course, we fought plenty of these over the course of the game so far, but they're basically the shadows of the nobodies, and I can't really explain why I like them so much. I think it might just be, they have more to them, I feel like, than the shadows. Like, Axel even said, and this might have been in 358, I can't really remember, he said that if he doesn't, like, follow the organization's orders, they would turn him into a dust. So they're almost like prisoners, almost. But I do believe this is the final dusk right here, and it is, so we've finished this little fight here. Not too hard.
Go away.
Not what I had in mind, but I'll take it.
We better skedaddle.
Now, good thing we got some help from that rabid dog, because we got the Auryn statue back from the nobodies. Maybe if we give it back to him, he'll return back to his normal self and get his free will back or whatever. But now that we're back here in the main area of the underworld, we need to talk to this guy again and help out Hercules, because it looked like he wasn't faring too well against Auryn.
Now, finish him!
Auryn! No!
Hey, Auryn, this belongs to you.
Sora. Donald. Goofy.
Why those little... Ugh. Prisoner, what happened to our mutual agreement? I can give you a clean slate, but you gotta work with me.
Maybe you didn't hear me. This is my story, and you're not part of it.
That's it! This game is over. I've played by the rules so far. Okay, I confess. I was hoping Wonder Boy would lose, but it was still a fair fight. Come on! Is that really so wrong? Huh?
Really, a fair fight.
Laugh, laugh, laugh all you want! Because the laughing is about to stop. You wanna know why? Because now we're gonna play by my rules.
Meg!
Hercules!
Hey, I warned you right at the get-go. You don't compete, you lose the girl. Looks like Wonder Boy has dropped out of the standard.
Well, you've still got us to deal with.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be good.
As much as I like Auryn, I'm going to go ahead and switch him out for Goofy. I don't know what it is. Basically, the second time through the levels, I kind of like to keep the original trio together. But here we're fighting Hades again. Unfortunately, he's in that form, of course, where we're not going to be able to hurt him, just like the first time we did. But if we damage him a little bit, of course, we're going to get a cutscene that'll probably allow us to hit him afterwards.
We can't win.
How come?
Because it's his underworld.
Gee, then how do we beat him?
I think a true hero should be able to help.
But you...
I owe you one, Hades. I didn't hesitate to give my life for Meg's, and then I remembered. A true hero is measured by the strength of his heart. I'll never forget that again.
Just no more crazy stunts.
People always do crazy things when they're in love.
What is so funny, you imbeciles? How dare you get a happy ending? How dare you? That's it.
And here we get the fight with Hades, and to be able to hit him, all we gotta really do is use Hercules' Aura Sphere attack, and that fiery protection or whatever will go away. What I really want to do here is go ahead and use Master Form. Master Form is probably, I hate to say it's my favorite form, because there is another form we're going to get later in the game that a lot of people I think like better, because, and also it's supposed to be canonically stronger than Master Form, but the final form in the game, oh, that's kind of funny, it's actually called Final Form. I didn't really want to say what the name of it was just in case. I don't really consider that to be a spoiler, but I feel like I have more control in Master Form than I do in Final Form. I don't know why that is, but especially Final or Master Form makes me feel like I'm really strong. And that's one thing that Kingdom Hearts 2 does really, Kingdom Hearts 2, I should say, does really well. It makes you feel really strong with all the abilities and forms and stuff. I can't really say the same for games like 3D and Birth by Sleep. Whenever I play those, I feel like the bosses are really strong, which of course is a good thing, I guess, if you're looking for a challenge, but even after grinding, they're still really strong. Maybe they just did that because they didn't want you to be able to cheese the game. But anyway, as far as this fight goes, it's really a run-of-the-mill, if he gets his shield back, go back and use Aura Sphere and remove it, and then just wail away at him. The fire attacks he does aren't really that, I'm not going to say they're not that strong because they do a lot of damage, but they're not really that hard to dodge, and Hades is not one of the type of bosses, really. He will teleport away, but he won't, basically, he won't interrupt your attack and return fire, if you will, no pun intended. But we've defeated Hades here, and we've learned Magnet Splash, which is a much more useful ability than Magnet.
It's not over yet.
What you gonna do now?
I lived my life defending others, but now there's no one left to protect. Maybe it's time I shaped my own story.
Yeah, you deserve it, Auryn. After everything you've been through.
I suppose I should thank you.
Not at all.
Fine.
I mean, sure, you could thank us a little.
You should say what you mean. I guess I could spare a few words. Thanks for meddling.
Hey, what's that mean?
Now that's Auryn being Auryn there, but speaking of Auryn, we get the Guardian Soul, which looks like it might have been inspired by Auryn a little bit.
Thanks again, guys. You're the best.
Excuse us for wondering.
Oh, sounds like somebody's feathers are a little ruffled. I'm kidding. Thank you, Sora, Donald, Goofy.
So where are you guys headed next?
You know. You two lovebirds seem to be getting along just fine without us hanging around.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Uh-huh. Before we start meddling. Yep.
Right.
Are you turkeys trying to put me out of a job? If you keep acing every challenge, champ, who am I gonna train?
Aw, you can't abandon me now, Phil. I gotta be at the top of my game in case Hades shows up again.
Hey, are we true heroes yet?
Yeah. Come on, Phil. How about it?
Let me see now. Well, you're not wise enough. Not quite seasoned enough.
Okay, we get the hint.
Look, kid, it's not my call.
Ah, phooey.
'Cause if it was, you'd have no problem. I'd make you all heroes, in a heartbeat.
Really?
Say it again.
On second thought, if those are your hero faces, you still got a lot of work to do.
Ah, what do you mean?
Go away!
Phil!
Leave me alone!
See that?
Well, what do you know?
All I have ever wanted in this series is for Phil to tell us we are true heroes, and I think that is pretty much as close as we're gonna get. He didn't come out and say that we're true heroes as we get a new episode, but he said he would make us true heroes, but it's not up to him. Then whoever is controlling the stars decided to, dedicate the night sky to us. I believe that must have been the Olympus gods or whatever, so apparently we have the gods on our side, so I have to say, we are finally true heroes, and that means a lot to me, believe it or not. But as for this episode, it is over. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and I hope to see you guys back for the next episode.